Notice something, if Drew drops his head down, you can see a little mini TV. Help us out, give us some likes and subscribe so we can upgrade our TV. Look how small that thing is. I'm kidding.
It's an 8-inch.
Yeah. Xerox machine or whatever you want to say.
Frequent advances, flirting with the other side. Trying to ride this wave until he's bona fide. Driven by the passion, thoughts start clashing. Wanting action, still faith is outlasting. Wayside falling the perks and latest.
On YouTube, welcome back to Game Changers. I'm Matt. Drew. We're going to be going into the head-to-head bracket, NF bracket. Songs going head-to-head. We're starting with our first one. We're doing NF Oh Lord versus NF My Life. This is going to be a tough one before we get into it. But we're going to react to each video, and then at the end we're going to pick. If we're split on which song you think is better, it's up to you, the fans, to pick which song moves on. We're brand new to this YouTube thing, so at first we're probably going to have, 3 subscribers. So
I think we should wait then until the first round's completely done, go back, and then see the comments to see, okay, who really won. Idea. But then the last one, obviously, we'll say, like, by that time, hopefully we'll have followers, and
we can do one day.
We won't be nerds. Nah, we'll do a week.
Week might be too long. We'll see. We're busy, so we might not be coming out with videos a ton. We'll see. But for right now, we'll wait until our fan base gets pretty big, and then we'll go from there. So we're gonna get right into it. NF Oh Lord is up first. Let me set this John up. All right, here we go. NF Oh Lord.
When I die, put my ashes in the trash bag. I don't care where they go. Don't waste your money on my gravestone. I'm more concerned about my soul. Everybody's gonna die. Don't everybody live though? Sometimes I look up to the sky and wonder, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, listen.
I think a lot of people, especially today with the quarantine going on, I think a lot of people can relate with what's going on in this song. Christian, oh, look at this. Check it out. So I spell things wrong, but other people spell things wrong too, so that's cool. Litzen. But now with this song, I'm just gonna be up front. It's one of my favorite songs. I'm a Christian, and one of the things that I really like about NF, even though he doesn't say he's a Christian rapper, he does obviously throughout his music, and also interviews. He says that he's a rapper that happens to be Christian. But this message is super powerful, and we'll get a little bit further into it. But
I like in the first verse how he's talking about when he dies, put his ashes in a trash bag. I'm kind of the same way. I don't really, like, once you're dead, like, you're dead, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, your family's gonna honor you and things like that, but I care about my family, so if I die, don't be spending thousands of dollars on a gravestone.
Yeah.
Just bury me in the backyard. I'm good to go.
Yeah, I liked how he said, I'm more concerned about my soul too, because our bodies are gonna rot. You know what I mean? It's not about our bodies; it's about where our souls go. Here we go.
Yeah, everybody wants change. Don't nobody wanna change though. Don't nobody wanna pray till they got something to pray for. Now everybody's gonna die, but don't everybody live though? Sometimes I look up to the sky and wonder, do you see us down here? Oh Lord.
It's not a coincidence that all this craziness is happening in our world right now. Just as our world, everybody thinks they're just so smart now. You got social media, so everybody's got an opinion, which in my humble opinion is, I mean, everybody should have a voice, obviously, but everybody just thinks they're smarter than what they really are now.
Yeah.
And so many people now are like, oh, I believe in God, or I'm a Christian. I even struggle with it too. But then you go and you do your own thing. You forget completely about God. And churches are shutting down now because they can't get enough people. And it's just crazy how, like, God's getting put out of school and stuff, and now all this crazy natural disasters and all this stuff's happening right now. I mean, believe whatever you want to believe, but I just think
it's good points.
It's crazy because they always try to refute God, but then always things happen that people can't explain.
100%. Yeah. I think also with this song, one of the cool things about this song too is it's just a continued build up. So it starts out with the chorus, then the first verse. It's kind of just the tempo is getting there, and then obviously the second verse, he just goes all out.
Oh Lord, do you see us down there? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down there? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down there? Oh Lord, oh Lord. It's easy to blame God, but harder to fix things. We look in the sky like, why ain't you listening? Watching the news in our living rooms on the big screens and talking about if God's really real and where is he? You see the same God that was saying my...
What this means to me, this verse kind of means to me, is it's so true. It's like we live in such a victim world now, victim mentality, where it's never your fault. If something bad happens to you, it's always someone else's fault. We need to get back to
taking ownership.
If something bad happens to you,
pick yourself up.
Yeah, pick yourself up. It's your turn it's your choice to fix it and make it better. It doesn't matter. Say if you grew up in hard times, say if you live in poverty. Yes, you've been dealt bad cards, but you can change your life. There's ways to do it. It takes a lot of skill, a lot of hard work, and a lot of luck. But I mean, never count yourself out. You can just sit there and be like, why me? Blah, 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 blah. But the biggest thing is if you have that victim's mentality, you're not going to go anywhere in life.
Yeah.
And it's sad, but true.
It is. It is true. And NF talks about it in his last song. Yeah. NF talks about it in his last song, Pay My Dues. He says, if I'm going to take ownership, if it's my fault, I'm going to take ownership. And I think that's something that we all need to get back to too. But yeah, this song, it's speaking volumes too. I'm going to go back a little bit because this verse is great. Oh.
What did you do?
Technical difficulties. Let's go here.
God, like, why ain't you listening? Watching the news in our living rooms on the big screens and talking about if God's really real and where is he? You see the same God that was saying might not even exist becomes real to us, but only when we're dying in bed.
That line is incredible, and it's so true. There's a lot of people that they ignore God their whole life, but then they come down with a terminal illness or whatever it may be, and then they still get that opportunity to really get to know God. And that's where the whole grace factor comes in, and that's a whole nother talk. Forgot to tell you guys, I'm going to do mini sermons as well, so that's another thing you can check out on the page. But yeah, with this whole situation with this line that he's talking about, God only becomes real to us when we're dying in bed, when we finally hit that point where, oh snap, you know what I mean? This whole time I'm living in comfort, and death is a real thing. It's coming up. What's going on for the next chapter of my life? Because we know as Christians that when we die, that's not the ending point. There's heaven or hell. They're the two choices. So he's just spitting facts right now. And that.
When you're healthy, it's like we don't really care for a man. Leave me alone, God, I'll call you when I need you again. Which is funny, everyone asleep in the pews, then blame God for our problems like he's sleeping on you. We turn our backs on him, what do you expect him to do? It's hard to answer prayers when nobody's praying to you.
Oh, so good. I love this song. But another thing, it's hard to answer prayers when nobody's praying to you. It's so true. Our country, obviously, you can see it all around us. A lot of people are turning away from the faith or just not growing up in the faith. The family's breaking down, and a lot of people blame God. They're like, oh, where's God at? I can't believe this happened. It's like, well, we're not even talking to God. You know what I mean? Prayer is such an easy thing to do. Like literally, you just got to talk to God. And a lot of people aren't doing it anymore. I try to do it in my life. I try to pray as much as possible. And it really does help. I wasn't a big believer in the power of prayer growing up, but I saw God do some big things through prayer. But yeah, it's this song. It's just incredible. Got into that? All right, we're gonna keep going. I'll back it up just a little bit.
Which is funny, everyone asleep in the pews, then blame God for our problems like he's sleeping on you. We turn our backs on him, what do you expect him to do? It's hard to answer prayers when nobody's praying to you. I look around at this world we walk on, it's a smack in the face, don't ever tell me there's no God. And if there isn't, then what are we here for? And what are y'all doing down there? I don't know, Lord.
question we got to ask ourselves. There's no such thing as God. Why are we here? What is the point? What is your purpose? I heard a pastor a few years back, and that really struck a chord with me, is what is our purpose in life? And why are we here?
Yeah, we're not just here for no reason.
Exactly.
Why are we the only, best way to put it, as humans, why are we the only ones that people are like, oh, well, we speak. Yeah, well, animals communicate to each other too. It's like, yeah, but why can we build technology? You don't see squirrels running around building cell phones, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And not just that. I mean, you look at, there's so many examples, but why aren't humans in cages instead of animals at zoos and things like that? God is, and it's answered in Genesis. Literally, God talks to Adam and he says, I give you command, or I give you dominion, or whatever it may be. I'm paraphrasing, but I give you dominion over all the other animals. And I mean, even from Genesis, which is a book that's been around for so long, where it's just the truths of the scriptures are still being played out today. And I mean, if you're really being honest with yourself, even people who are just outside of the faith, if you're really being honest with yourself, just look around, look at our earth. It's beautifully designed, and it's I mean, there's imperfections in the world, but if you look at the world, there's a lot of perfections in the design and how things are created. So it's just, I mean, NF's just spin facts with this song. I love it. Here we go.
Oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, do you see us down here? Oh Lord, can you see us down here? Oh Lord, oh Lord, oh Lord.
All right, that's NF, Oh Lord. Incredible song. It's one of my favorites from NF. It's going to be tough to beat. Next up is going to be My Life, NF My Life. But before we get into that, any last comments on it?
No. I'll
Okay.
save it for the end.
Good, beautiful. NF, Oh Lord, like I said, it's one of my favorites. I just like how he really is open about his faith and just kind of the direction of where our country is going. You can even kind of say the world, but yeah, we're gonna get into NF My Life. All right, we're back again. NF My Life. We just went through Oh Lord. All right, we're gonna get ready to do it.
Look, I mean this with love when I say it. I wanna answer the phone when you call me. The problem is it's 10 a.m. and you're already drinking. You're probably already wasted. What's the point of having conversation with somebody that won't remember we had conversation? Yeah, we always talk about the same things. We just say them different. Try to figure.
What do you think he's talking about?
I think it's his dad. Doesn't his dad have like alcohol issues?
I don't know. In the comments, guys, write about his dad. I know he talks about his mom obviously a lot, and how can he
I think later on in the verse, you're talking about how we're gonna joke around how we miss her.
Yeah, I think you might be right. So either his dad, or I think he's got two sisters. But I mean, obviously, women can drink too. But I think you're right.
Fix it. Crazy isn't it? You say mama's always proud and play the videos of us as kids. I get it. I think that both of us live in the past, so we take for granted the present. Maybe next time I'm in Michigan, I'll come and visit. We ain't got a lot in common, but both of us miss her. We can sit inside your smoke the living room and tear up together. That's real. I might do some things you don't like. We all make mistakes, that's just life. They might say I change, that's alright. That's alright, that's alright. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. My life, my life. You know my patience is very thin. Wish I was there again. I'm not embarrassed to say that we've always had issues. I'm embarrassed to say that we never took care of them. Yeah, pain will always find its way to the surface. No matter how deep you bury them. Growing up, I felt like no one ever really got me. Eventually, I took that out on relationships.
One amazing thing about NF, and one of the reasons why we're such big fans of him, is he just has his dirt out on his sleeve, and he found an outlet to help with all the pain and all the stuff that he's gone through in his life.
I think so far between the two songs, since we're comparing them, beat, when it comes to beat, I think this song's way better than Oh Lord when it comes to beat.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Content, even though he's getting personal with his life, he gets personal about his life. Why I love his songs, but content, I would have to say Oh Lord, just because it's out of this world content or worldly content compared to personal content, even though they're both meaningful.
It's a good way to put it.
But we'll see where I go.
Yeah, to be continued. You gotta stick around for the rest of the video.
I put my arm around you and I mean it, I love you to death. These are the moments I know I'ma always hold on to and cherish them, yeah. Life's about taking chances, making moves. Not about what you did, it's what you do. Build on what you got.
Not about what you did, it's what you do. I agree and I disagree as well. Obviously there's consequences to your actions, but I think the message that he's trying to put forth is, obviously we all messed up in our past and there's things that we mess up with. Where are you at now? What are you doing now? So I agree. We all mess up, but you can't just sit there and just sulk about it. You gotta turn your life around and hey, what am I doing now? What positive thing am I doing now? So I like that.
Gotta learn from what you lose and never let people distract you from being you. I might do some things you don't like. Yeah. We all make mistakes, that's just life.
As well. A lot of people
they might say I changed, that's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's alright. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. That's just my life, my life. My life, my life. My life, my life. Yeah. That's just my.
People who say that they can't listen to some NF stuff because it's too deep. That's the whole point of music, and that's the one thing that I never got. They're like, oh, it's too dark. It's like, well, first off, that's incorrect. He's got a lot of upbeat songs. A lot of his dark songs have great messages in it too.
And it's not just NF; it's any artist.
Yeah.
That's one of my pet peeves too. With some people, I'm like, "What do you listen to?" I'm like, "Oh, I listen to so and so," and now I'm going to listen to it. And it's like,
I can't even understand them. It's like.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're not, and the funny thing too is we're not even big. I'm not a big hip hop fan, but if you come out with, I'll say this, I'm a big fan of good music. That's my thing. So it doesn't matter if it's hip hop, doesn't matter if it's country, whatever it may be. If the message is good, if the lyrics are good, if the beat is good, I'm going to enjoy it. But the main thing is you could have the best beat ever, but if you're rapping about trash or if you're singing about trash, it's not going to be good because the lyrics are the most important thing, in my opinion. Obviously, people differ in opinions and things, and that's the great thing about music and movies and all that good stuff. Everybody's got different opinions. It's subjective. Great way to put it.
That's just my. That's just my life, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life. That's just my life, my life, my life, my life. Yeah, that's just my life, my life, my life, my life. That's just my life, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life.
If Drew drops his head down, you can see a little mini TV. Help us out, give us some likes and subscribe so we can upgrade our TV. Look how small that thing is. I'm kidding.
It's an 8-inch.
Yeah, Xerox machine or whatever you want to say. No, I'm just kidding.
It's an O2.
Yeah, it's an O2. But no, we're kidding. We're doing this for fun. We truly love NF as an artist, and we love reacting. And we just want to give him more shares and all that stuff with his videos. So. Obviously, if we can gain popularity off of it, it's just a bonus. But to get back to the purpose and the point, That was NF My Life. So we have Oh Lord versus My Life. This is where it comes down to it, which one we are going to vote for and say which one goes on to the next round. You want to start?
Yeah, so another thing that pops in my mind too. So I'm going back and forth. It's really 50-50 with me because I love both songs. Oh Lord has a bigger meaning to me. I can relate to it more and it just has more meaning to me. But My Life, I can listen to it way more. I have to be in a certain headspace to listen to Oh Lord. My Life, I can jam out to anytime it comes on my Spotify. But when it comes down to it, I'd be a hypocrite if I didn't pick this one. We were just talking about content beats everything. I'm good at pick, and it's kind of crazy because and when we first started this, I was going to say My Life, but I'm going to switch it to Oh Lord. So
My man. And I'm gonna pick Oh Lord as well. So Oh Lord is gonna move on to the next round. Let us know if we got it right or if we got it wrong in the comments. Either way, we'll love it. But the other thing we wanted to say
you can't be wrong or right
with NF,
with
these two, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. So another thing we wanted to post too is we want to keep it clean in the comments. We're going to keep all our videos clean. We're not about that cussing or anything like that. That's another reason why we love NF. But keep it clean. If you disagree, that's fine. We'd love to have a conversation with you in the comments. But let's just keep it clean. Let's keep it kind and all that stuff too. We know YouTube can get a little crazy. We'll just delete comments.
Don't keep it clean. I'm gonna curse you out, okay?
He won't do that. But yeah, just keep it clean. So we got NF Oh Lord moving on. I was gonna say Oh Lord as well for the reasons the content is there. I think it beats out My Life. I'll give My Life has the better beat, but I do like the guitar going on in Oh Lord as well. I think it's a pretty good beat. But I think his content in Oh Lord is just so deep, especially up against My Life, that I got to go with it, especially with my Christian faith and my background. It just hits home, and he just hits home points where you're just like, yes, keep going. So I love it. But all right, that's it. NF Oh Lord is moving on. Like, subscribe, comment, tell us what we can do better. Give us some updates on how we can use better technology so we're not looking grainy and all pixelated.
I think
Yeah, he thinks he looks
because it's blurred out.
yeah, exactly. But God bless. We'll catch you on the next video. We're out.
Peace.